This series presents information based in part on theory and conjecture. The producer's purpose is to suggest some possible explanations, but not necessarily the only ones, to the mysteries we will examine.
In this special In Search Of, we traveled to the People's Republic of China to examine a modern mystery which had its beginnings centuries ago, the ancient medical art of acupuncture. Chinese doctors claim a mysterious energy force they call qi flows through the human body and controls our health and well-being. They believe this flow can be altered by the insertion of needles at specific points on the body. Peking Hospital in the People's Republic of China. Lin Yanling is about to undergo brain surgery. The only things between her and severe pain are 4 tiny acupuncture needles. How these needles can have so powerful an effect is one of the mysteries of Chinese medicine. We traveled to the People's Republic of China to attempt to solve a mystery. Our goal was to investigate the ancient medical art of acupuncture. We discovered that while a new China is emerging, the old continues to be prized along with the new. We found much to admire in a culture thousands of years older than our own. A replica of a bronze figure cast over 1,000 years ago is used to explain acupuncture by Dr. Lu Zhi-Tsun, China's foremost expert. He tells us that 12 lines of force, called meridians, flow through the human body, each connected to a vital organ, such as the lungs or the heart. As long as this flow of force, the Chinese call qi, is uninterrupted, the body will be healthy. But if an imbalance occurs, pain, disease, and even death may result. Over the centuries, the Chinese discovered that if small needles were inserted at specific points along the meridians, the flow of force could be balanced and the problem would subside. It has long been a mystery to the Western world how this tiny needle inserted in the human body could often stop pain and in some cases be a seemingly miraculous cure for many diseases. At first, acupuncture was regarded with suspicion by the medical profession of the West. In the early 1970s, when China opened her doors, the first visiting physicians returned with remarkable stories about the apparent effectiveness of acupuncture. The University of California at Los Angeles was one of the first institutions to take acupuncture seriously. An early believer, Dr. David Bressler of UCLA's Pain Center.
You know, acupuncture is probably the world's oldest contemporary medical system. We consider it experimental in this country, but probably more people have been treated by acupuncture than by all other systems of medicine combined. We give the ancient Chinese credit for discovering things like gunpowder, porcelain, paper, silk, the compass. But their discoveries in the field of medicine were even more astounding. They knew about vaccination against smallpox, you know, thousands of years BC, and I don't have to tell you what it did to Western civilization. They knew about circulation of blood in the body. And what's most intriguing is that their whole orientation to the human body is quite radically different than ours. Western medicine is based principally on anatomy and physiology. We open the body, we dissect it, we see what goes on inside, and that forms the basis of our medicine. The Chinese worshiped their ancestors, so to do gross dissections was unthinkable. Rather, they looked at the functional organization of the body, how all these organ systems are interrelated.
We visited a typical acupuncture clinic in Peking, China, one of thousands throughout that vast country where acupuncture is a common practice. Acupuncture is one of 3 related techniques used here for a variety of ailments. Acupressure involves the stimulation of acupuncture points on the outside of the body without breaking the skin. When heated maxi herbs are applied to the acupuncture areas, it is called moxibustion. This patient is a worker whose left side has been paralyzed for over 4 years.
头针剂就是这个头针呢，就是采取头皮和大脑皮层相对应的区域。
After placing several needles in the man's back, the doctor locates the precise motor point on the right side of his head that controls the motor functions on the patient's left side. After insertion, the needles are stimulated and left in for about 20 minutes. After 11 treatments, he is much improved and soon will be able to return to work. This patient suffers arthritic pains. In addition to the usual treatment, her doctor adds a special needle fitted with a burning capsule of moxa herb. The heat from the needle and the presence of the herb will strengthen the effect. Obviously, this patient has found relief.
In China, I'd say one of the most exciting things they're doing is using acupuncture, anesthesia, and surgery. They have it to a point where they're using very minimal amounts of drugs and depending rather heavily on acupuncture to provide anesthesia during really a variety of surgical procedures.
In the neurological center in the Peking hospital, a woman patient is about to undergo an extraordinary surgical procedure under the supervision of Dr. Chao Ya Duo.
She came to our hospital. After examination, the diagnosis is very clear. That is, she suffered from a pituitary tumor.